Brunswick. Since we're in Bridlington, and it takes ages to get out of Bridlington if you manage to get parked in Brid for the hour that you're allowed to stay here. I thought you could have a look at some of the great improvement works that they're doing in Bridlington whilst shops are shutting, closing down, or not being filled by people, sadly. So let's just see some of this down here. So down here obviously we've got the seafront where you can pick up donuts, ice cream, fish and chips, bits and bobs, and they're redoing all the surface work here and making it look really pretty with all this stuff. Again, begs the question, what for? Yeah, doing a bit of work on it, look, lovely. There was nothing really wrong with that area apart from the fact it was a bit ugly, and they're probably going to make it like a strange art installation, just like up at near the spa. But at the end of the day, it's not going to generate any more parking. It's not going to generate any more business into town. Yes, somewhere nice to go and eat your fish and chips once you've managed to pick them up. But I mean, this area of town here, I understand that the Dolphin restaurant, which owns this Dolphin cafe across the road, the old McDonald's and the fish shop across the way from that, is closing. Toymaster's closed here. The old Woolworths is closed. Goodwin's, which used to be Woolworths, is gone. Marks and Spencer's is gone. That's fish shops for sale. You know, this whole area of town is dying, and it's really strange. But then we're focused on a bit of block paving as if that'll save the whole thing. I don't understand that. I mean, I know plans take a long time, but it should be about regeneration of opportunities for people to get the bums into the town, really, get businesses in town and get people buying things from town. I know people like to go online because it's easier, but there's loads of businesses that could be in town, I'm sure. People are working from home. If you go onto Facebook, you can find plenty of small businesses. You know, I'd be tempted to set up a small business or two if I had confidence in the town, and that's me being brutally honest. You know, it's how do you invest in something that seems like it's dying, and you know, you don't want to get taken down with it, really. I mean, there was a planned application just got in for a new pub in town. Do we need any more of them? The ones we have are sort of full or busy. It needs to be a very niche little thing if it's going to happen. But the regeneration of Bridlington doesn't seem to be. And this area here is pretty derelict, really, apart from a few big old hoardings all over the place. What can you say is regenerated here, really, apart from, again, more diggers, more scaffolding, bits like that. Look, down there. It's a work in progress, and I get that, but it seems like we're living in a world in work in progress. It's been going on for a hell of a long time, and there's no real communication about what that means, what it's going to look like. You know, welcome to Brid. We'll let you know. That's what the tagline should be. We'll let you know when we're finished. But yeah, it's a great town. People still believe in Bridlington. I know my friend David, he's an ex-publican businessman. He's 74 years old. And he shoots people down who slag the town off, and I, rightly so. I don't slag the town off. I hope for a better day. You know, I hope that something would come along to unite all these plans, but I'll just basically give something a bit more realistic. You know, a bit of a direction. Get some parking. Get some initiatives to get businesses back into the town. Not losing them like we have the H. Samuels is going. You know, jewellers, for God's sake. Can't even hang on to a jewellers. It's just a sign of the times, and I get that, but not everything has to be online. I love, you know, anyone who's a subscriber to this channel knows I love things online, but part of the beauty of online is being online gets you the message out from a marketing point of view to what's your proposition, what can you give me, what can I get from you, and that translates to actual goods and actual services in the real world. And seaside towns like Bridlington need people to come here and spend the money, but also people who live here to spend the money in the off season, not go to Scarborough for a day out because you can get parked in Brunswick. because that's what they do. Not go to Princess Quay because you can get parked there. That, you know, why drive all the way to Hull if you could drive to just to be in Bridlington? And that's the key to the whole thing, isn't it? You know, we all, the times have changed. You can't have a good night out anymore in Brid because people don't do that anymore. But, you know, do people like entertainment? Yes. Was the spa ram full when Kaz Chiefs was here? Yes. Could more people have come to Bridlington if there'd been more nightlife and better parking and all that? Yes, of course they could have done. And this is it, you know. You've got to believe. People need to believe in Bridlington. But the people who believe in Bridlington at the moment are the ones making a career out of digging it all up. And it's really hard to not get on board with it if you can't see an end to it or a point to it. You know, I like nice. I'd love to sit somewhere nice and have my fish and chips, but I'd also like sustainable jobs and businesses that stay here that I can happily go and spend my hard-earned cash at to get things that I need, like clothes, like shoes, like food, entertainment. You know, don't get me started on the state of the cinema in Bridlington, but you know, we all like to have a life, don't we? And when many people choose Bridlington over and above the city to come and retire here. People who work and live in Bridlington all lives want to retire here one day when their families have grown up. We all have that in us. We all want to do that, but really, it's just, here we go again. Look, what's all this about? Obviously, this is happening, but it's Friday afternoon, so where is everybody? They're knocked off. It's 20 to 3, so you know, weekends here. Woo! We have to live in roadworks and cons. Bit of a rant. Bit of a get it off your chest, but you know, this is Bridlington 2020, February 2020, Valentine's Day, and you know, my question to you is, where is the love? Where is the vision on Valentine's Day for Bridlington? Because it looks like at the minute, it feels like we're on a defib machine and we're waiting for the last to be coded out, which we don't want that. Nobody does. Drop a comment down below if you agree with what I'm saying. It might not mean much to you. I'm just driving around Bridlington, letting it all pour out my mouth. But you know, there is a real need for Bridlington to sort of buck a trend, but also to embrace the future a little bit. What will town centre look like in another 10 years' time? You know, we'll all better go and get a tattoo, cash in our gold, and get a new phone maybe, and that'll be about it. Well, that doesn't keep us all in threads, clothes and lifestyle, does it? You know, life is multi-layered. I mean, multiple ways to sort things out. So over to you, my subscribers. Many of you won't know where Bridlington is, but you've just had a quick look at it. A little bit of a drive through there on the way back to sunny Flamborough. You know, it's the plight of a seaside town, isn't it? What next for seaside towns? Is there a point to moaning about it? Do we just let it all happen and just sort of order everything online for time immemorial? Who knows? Drop a comment down below, like, share and subscribe to the channel. It'd be great to hear what you think. I'll happily reply to anyone who does have a word at the bottom. My Bridlington videos are very popular, so please give us a shout. It's been a great pleasure, and I'll speak to you on the next video. Thank you.